What up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. It is Monday. I'm literally sweating. Elvin, we're cooking in here right now because we've got an event taking place that we are getting set up for right now that a bunch of our friends are going to be coming through for. I'll show you guys around just a little bit. We've got a special little event going on tonight with our friends from Avance and our friends from Nissan. Move that. We can get through. What up, bro? What up, dude? Carlo. Showcasing, of course, one of our recent builds. This is a Mines built car that we did for a customer of ours. Got that on display. We have a midnight purple R34 GT-R on display and a Bayside blue R34 on display because in the middle we have this midnight purple T-Spec here on display next to our Bayside blue Skyline Edition R34 GTR, along with some cars on the lift, a few other cars on display here. We have a lot of special friends coming through today, so we're gonna keep checking things out, checking things back in, but right now people are starting to show up and we wanna make sure we take as good a care of them as possible. So the event has been going pretty good. It's been a super cool event. It's winding down a little bit. You can see there are still a handful of people here hanging out, so we're gonna cruise around a little bit, say what's up to some people, and keep things winding down. But overall, really cool. Probably about 100, 120 people came through. We had our friends from Avance here. The food has been pretty cleared out. We got Tamura still. Long at talk with Jimmy, Donut, and Yaska stretching it out today as we wind things down. But super cool event. Really rad for everybody that made it out. And all in all, cool to have these cars all together here for a little bit, and hopefully we've got a buyer for this one soon. We are back in Cyprus today where we have a bunch of things going on. We've got this Evo 4 that a customer is coming to check out. This one, along with another one that we have, he's flying in for the day, already ready to buy, just needs to make a decision between the two cars. Both of those are really cool, even though we've seen more of an influx in people's interest in the Evo 5 and the Evo 6, obviously. The Evo 4, still kind of my favorite amongst the rest of those. I like the narrower body. I think it looks really, really cool. So I'm hoping that when he gets here, he's gonna feel the exact same way. We've got this R34 GT-T that we just listed. It's on the bronze LMGT4s, which I think looks really good. Full Altia aero, so the Altia bumper, Altia side skirts, and of course a really funky Altia rear wing in the back there. Moving in this direction, we've got Mitsubishi Delica. This thing has been kind of on and off our website for a while, mostly because Sean and Yaska, I think, have been having some fun driving it, which is cool too. But now it is time to move this thing up the road, try to make room for some other cars coming in. We've got the 911 sitting here that is still in struggle mode, so we'll get to that. But we do have this red R32 GTR that I am going to start pushing. We just changed the wheels on it, so it's got these really nice bronze TE37s on it. This car has the Brembo brakes on it off the V-Spec R32, which is really cool. Overall, super, super clean car in and out. But I think truly the highlight here on this car is the Nismo Fine Spec engine. This thing is so sick. It's a numbered engine. They built 75 of these as a final edition Fine Spec, which I think is really, really cool. And they're hand-built engines based off an N1 engine. It's got the N1 turbos, N1 internals. This thing is super, super rad. I would love an engine like this for my R34 GTR. I think it would like totally complete that car for me. But this thing is really sick. So keep an eye out on the website for this right now. Of course, we had a cool event earlier in the video with this thing, the Skyline R35 GTR. Our plan was to keep this for a little bit, but after the event, more and more people have been hitting me up to buy this thing. So I think we're gonna end up selling this a little bit sooner than anticipated, which is good. What we're kind of trying to do is qualify this though, make sure it goes to a good owner. We don't want it to go to somebody that, I don't want to say doesn't deserve it, but we want it to go to somebody that actually really, really, really does deserve it. This car is super cool, really interesting piece. of GTR history for sure. Again, with that heavenly blue like you saw in Dustin's video. I mean, this thing is really, really cool. I like it a lot. And obviously in Bayside blue, looks super incredible. Sitting next to, of course, the T-Spec in Midnight Purple, which is also a really cool car. This thing, a little harder to see the Midnight Purple, but when you put it next to a regular Midnight Purple, it definitely stands out a little bit more. Sales this week, this car sold, which is really cool. So getting ready to move this thing out of here ASAP. Fortunately, this car doesn't really need much. We just got it in. It sold really quickly. So we're going to be sending this one out pretty much right away. Right next to it, this 97 V-Spec just sold. So when the car first came in, I wasn't sure how people were going to feel about more of a stance style wheel on an R33 GTR, but I have been proven wrong because this thing was really popular. We had a ton of inquiries on it almost immediately, and it sold super quick. So really excited about that one. And one more that we're working on right now as we kind of get some cars moved out of here is a sale that's happening right now, which has a little bit of extra context behind it. This R32 GTR is going to be leaving us for a customer who was originally planning on purchasing a car in Japan. So the reason that's kind of interesting is that generally things work out to be about the same price, whether you buy it from Japan or you buy it from the US. By the time you do all the maintenance and the service and all the other kind of stuff that we do on this car, it ends up being about the same price. So unless you're planning on not doing any maintenance, service, or any of that kind of stuff, doesn't really work out in your favor to buy necessarily from the Japan side all of the time. This one's cool because I like the paint match front lip. I like the Nismo front bumper. I like that it has the Brembo V-Spec brakes on it, already with the drilled and slotted rotors. And of course, the SSR wheels are a super nice touch. But the reason for making the jump on this one is going to be a big topic of discussion in next week's vlog, I'm sure, is that, of course, the import tariffs that are happening right now in the United States. We have potentially next week some tariffs coming down the line, and some tariffs coming the following week, depending on how that's going to work. What we're looking at is potentially a reciprocal tariff, which is a 3.2% tariff if it were to go that way with Japan, all the way up to a 25% tariff, which is going to be a huge struggle. So just because the buyer doesn't know which direction that's necessarily going to go, his concern was that, you know, a $50,000 R34 or R32 GTR in Japan, you know, becomes a nearly $70,000 car, depending on what the tariffs end up being. And it was just too big of a swing on that. You know, this car already being here in the United States, the import tariff is already paid. All the import fees are already paid. It is a fixed price on this car. He knows exactly what it's going to cost. Doesn't matter what happens with the tariffs next week. Doesn't matter what happens with the tariffs a week after that. This car is already here. The price is already same. So he's taking advantage of that by not having something totally randomly going on there. So as of right now, we don't totally know what the tariffs are going to be, but there's been a lot of talk about it. And I'm sure, you know, by the time you guys see this vlog, something may have changed. Definitely in next week's vlog, it's going to be a huge topic of conversation. So with that being said, I guess we're going to find out exactly what happens there. But and maybe even later in this video, we might be updating that. But as it sits right now, total uncertainty for us here at Top Rank. For a lot of our customers have cars coming in, so I can definitely sympathize with you guys on that. And if you're watching this and you're one of the people who's going to get hit with those tariffs, man, I'm super bummed for you, but this is where it's at. So right now we're heading back to the shop in Long Beach, where we have to kind of finish getting the R32 GTR ready. We're doing some oil changes, some final touches, and that kind of stuff on the car, and we'll go from there. All right, we skipped filming a ton of stuff, and that's because we had so much to get done on the R32 GTR. Short story of it is that when we put the new brakes, rotors, and pads on, thought that was going to fix the problem. Turns out it didn't. And when it didn't fix the problem, we had to start diving into what the other possible things could be. So we found out it was a wheel bearing. Switching a wheel bearing on these things takes a lot of time. So what we ended up doing is just replacing the entire knuckle. Fortunately, we had some extras laying around because, I mean, that is kind of what we do here. So it was really good to be able to grab that, get that done. But that set us back a ton, obviously. So now we've got Wheels, tires on, brakes on with the new calipers, rotors, and pads. Did the oil change, got everything checked over, went through and did, you know, our little nut and bolt checks, making the marks everywhere that we need to check to make sure that everything is correct. Oil levels are good. Oil pressure sensor changed out, so we make sure that we have that accurate. Boost is set correctly on this one this time, so things are looking pretty good right now. What we need to do now is run out, test this car. Since I don't have anywhere to test it other than the street, we're gonna do a quick little test around the block, make sure things are good, and then we are getting this thing loaded up on the truck for kind of a double day up at Willow Springs. All right, we have made it up to Willow Springs International Raceway. The truck pulled like a champ, pulling the future trailer with the R32 GT-R on it. It was super, super easy. Pulled really great, to be honest with you. Towed maybe easier than the Armada did, or the Infinity did when I was using that. This has been super, super cool. The car is here and ready. We're kind of parked a little away from everything right now because I want to go check out all the other spaces, all the paddock stuff. I am not racing today. I'm spectating today, but tomorrow I am. So we're gonna go get a look at the paddock, see who else is here. I know a lot of the other people that are running tomorrow are already up here as well. So we're gonna go check that out and go see what kind of cars we can find around the paddock. So I randomly and very quickly got an opportunity to get the car off the trailer, take it on track, go do 3 laps before tomorrow, and having a problem. The car is dodging hard right when I brake, which means that something over here on the left, which is the side we were messing with, is not correct. So car's back on the trailer. I'm going to try to rush to get some things fixed. Blake's brakes. Man, I just think about Blake all the time, I guess. Brakes bled again, see if there's any air left in there, and then take this off, kind of re-inspect, see if there's anything off or weird about it. But it is absolute crunch time because we're talking about tomorrow morning when this thing is on track competitively. All right, we are down on the grid where there's some really cool cars getting lined up to run here. So this is a historic vintage race. There's some really, really cool older stuff, Datsun, Nissan, all sorts of different makes and models. This one's really cool 510 sitting next to this 911. Really, really cool stuff down here. It's super cool to see all these old cars running against each other. And is undoubtedly going to be a super rad race. Some early Alpina stuff, RX-7 cracking over here. This is gonna be sick. All right, it is getting super windy here, but we're winding up the day right now. Got the R32 GTR back on the trailer. Gonna use the Frontier to pull it to a place to get that wheel done, and hopefully tomorrow we've got better working brakes because tomorrow is the actual important day. It is another windy day here at the track. It's Sunday. We are getting ready for Nissan Challenge, the All Japan Showdown here at Willow Springs International Raceway. We've got the R32 GTR ready here. We got Ernie's R32 GTR getting set. We've got some other cars kind of doing what they need to do out and about over here, but we're getting ready to head onto track. This will be our kind of first qualifying session where we're going to determine what everyone's times are and how we are going to grid for the things that count later on in the day. So that being said, hopefully we've worked through the brake issues and all the other kind of things that were being quirky with my car, and find out right now how things go. right, we're back at the shop after kind of a busy, frustrating end to the day. Tried and struggled a little bit, and in the end, kind of a stupid mistake landed me here, second place, which still fine for what it is, still counts towards the points, but just I was frustrated and didn't want to end the vlog yesterday at the track with me just being obviously super annoyed. So we're back here at the shop. We're wrapping things down. I'm going to obviously unload everything, unpack everything, mentally unpack everything, and start looking forward to the next round, which is at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So that should be cool, fun, and different. In the meantime, there's lots of stuff for me to think about. Tonight and tomorrow, we have so many cars here that are in various states of sale or getting ready for sale. And then, I mean, obviously, by now, most of you know, the import tariffs are 100% going to hit on Tuesday. So we're looking at, you know, probably around 27.5% import tariff is what they're saying for Wednesday on all cars coming in. So basically that means that all of these cars that are already here, we've already paid the import tariff on. Anything that's already cleared customs and is at the port, we've paid the import tariff on. If the car is on the water or hasn't arrived yet, 27.5% here forward. So a gloomy outlook for things as we continue forward, but it is how it is, will be how it is, and I'm sure we'll figure out a way to survive. So with all of that, see you guys in the next one.